Welcome to another edition of the post-game wrap. Texas Tech emerged from the first round of the NCAA tournament victorious with a 65-53 victory over Utah State. So it was a game that was heavily contested. The Red Raiders trailed by a couple at the half, but man, in the second half, completely different performance. Big run by Texas Tech, completely dominating performance in the second half, and there were several reasons for that, in my opinion. And it starts with some guys stepping up that were struggling early. And let's start with Jarret Johnson and Kyler Edwards, who both, I think they both were 0 for in the first half, but they both ended up finishing in double digits scoring. But it wasn't just that, it was defense. Chris Beard, his coaching, his moves going small ball. They put Micah Peavy, they brought him off the bench and put him on, Nehemias Kate, their Utah State 7-foot center, who was the real deal. I mean, he only had 11 points, but he had 13 rebounds, 7 blocks, dished out 6 assists. I mean, that guy is a great player. And but Texas Tech went small instead of. And don't get me wrong, Marcus Santos-Silva played a really good game. He was physical. He really bodied up, and was one of the only guys who could go right at Kate and score with any consistency. But Tech really made their run when they went small, and they had Micah Peavy on Kate, 6'7". 6'6", 6'7", but they were doubling him a lot, doing a lot of things to get the ball out of his hands, and then they were doing a great job recovering. And then Clarence Nadolny coming in, actually, for Mac McClung, made a huge difference defensively. He made one of the plays of the game on a dive to the floor, steal, forced one of 22 turnovers by Utah State, which is an amazing number. 22 turnovers, that's a lot. That's a big stat, big reason why, and it's a big part of what Tech does, and they've done all year, but it was a big part of why they beat Utah State today in the first round. But, when Peavy got that steal, he dove on the floor, got the steal, kicked it out to Peavy for the wide open transition dunk, which was awesome. Really put an exclamation mark on Tech's run, on Tech's defensive performance, how the small ball really worked. And then when Tech came back with McClung and Santos-Silva, they had a nice lead, and both those guys did what they do. But like I said, I was really impressed with, because I was really disappointed. I said one of my keys going into this game was the big dogs got to eat. And you can't have those offers from Kyler Edwards, which we've seen, or Jarret Johnson. Once again, like we've seen, McClung got things going in the first half. Santos-Silva was doing some things. Kevin McCullough did what he does. Rebounds, scored where he could, which he got. I think he scored Tech's first 5 points. Ended up with a good game all around. But, it was really Shannon who just took things over. Edwards knocking down some big threes. And then, like I said, Peavy with 7 points, playing good defense. And Clarence Nadolny, who's become one of my favorite players. To me, they can't play him enough. He may be Tech's best perimeter defender already. He airballed a 3, which I hate that, but he just knocked one down in a recent game, I think against Texas, and he's playing so much more under control. He had a nice couple assists on offense, so I really like what Clarence Nadolny brings to Texas Tech off the bench, and I just hope he gets more and more playing time. And I think he will. He keeps playing like he did today. So, big win for Texas Tech. Because, like I said, Utah State, they came to play. They had a lead at the half. The Kate guy, I think, was probably the best. Well, he was. He's the best talent, best player on the court today. But it didn't matter. Tech was the better team. It was really not a very competitive second half. Texas Tech just dominated, which is what you want to see. And so now the Red Raiders take on Arkansas. It was the number 3 seed in the South, coming from the SEC, of course. And this is I said this in a recent video previewing the tournament, just kind of their draw, that of course there's so many ties, obvious ties with like the SEC, and just even recently baseball and then football playing each other recently, basketball playing in the Big 12 SEC challenge a couple years ago. So familiar foes, these fan bases are very much familiar with each other, and I'm expecting a really, really good game on Sunday. So I think it's just a lot of fun for Red Raider fans to be relevant this time of year, to have a coach who's so revered and respected, who, bottom line, he wins games for you. I mean, Tech is 9-2 under Chris Beard in the NCAA tournament. 9-2. And that's elite. That is true. The word elite gets used a lot. That is elite. Chris Beard is elite. Texas Tech basketball was elite under him. Now they're going to the second round. If you beat Arkansas and go to the Sweet 16, I mean, right then they won't be satisfied, and rightfully so. But chalk it up. Go ahead and stamp it as a great, successful season. Anything beyond the Sweet 16, which definitely Texas Tech expects, themselves, would be magic. Be a magical season. So. This is just a golden era of Texas Tech basketball. It's a lot of fun. I can't wait for the Arkansas game now. I think it's going to be a really good matchup. They have, Tech has, at least one or two NBA guys on the roster right now. Obviously Shannon being one of them. And Arkansas has some NBA talent on the roster as well. So it's going to be a good matchup. And I'm looking forward to it. So we're going to have tons more content. Look for Jaeger shots. Look for, of course, the Hoop Scoop podcast between now and then. Joe will have a preview of the Arkansas game. So lots of content coming your way. So hang with Inside the Red Raiders. Thank you for watching, and until next time.